Good morning. In full disclosure, I am a staff representative with AFT Vermont. I didn't know till yesterday I'd be able to come here today, but I am here as a parent of a UVM graduate. I'm speaking in that capacity, and also on behalf of many other parents in Vermont. I am wearing my daughter's cap. I'm a proud mother of a graduate of UVM in 2013, last year, because I want you to see the face of a young woman who will, in 25 years, I was told last night by the Department of Education, have whatever remaining student debt she has of her $40,000 erased. She will be 51 years old. I'm over 51, but you get the picture. That's pretty scary. Pretty scary that for 25 years our kids need to carry monstrous loads of debt, which will, as been described earlier, shape their future and the decisions they will make. It took my daughter 6 years to graduate from UVM, not because she wasn't smart and talented like kids in this room, but because we had some personal tragedy. This was the only school that she wanted to attend from Chicago. We lived in Chicago at the time. And she was thrilled to get in here. Thrilled. And it took her 6 years to graduate because 3 weeks into her first semester of school, one day before she turned 18 years old, this was in 2007, her best friend from Chicago died of an overdose. A young member of the Chicago Children's Choir, a brilliant student. Totally set her back. Her father had died of mental illness 2 years before. She struggled to stay in school. Her UVM faculty and staff were terrific in cutting her schedule. And it ended up that I found out the hard way when she didn't get her grades in February, that I found out of embarrassment she had dropped out because she couldn't continue with her grief and continue with her classes. From there, she decided to stay in Vermont. She worked a semester and then joined CCV for 2 years and had a terrific 2-year experience there, transferred back to UVM and graduated in 2013 in environmental studies with a certificate in permaculture. She is now at Stone Barns Farm as an apprentice, wanting to feed the world and learning there, wanting to be a farmer and in farm development. In her last 2 years of school, there was other tragedy in our lives. I lost my job with the Department of Health. I was a district manager in the St. Johnsbury office. I had no idea at the time it would, may I have 1 more minute? I had no idea at the time that it would take me over 1.5 years to get work. Depleted all my savings, wasn't able to help her in her senior year. And we thought that she might have to drop out in her senior year. I said, that's unfathomable. She's going to finish her college. I even had a private meeting with President Tom Sullivan 1 month before graduation last year, and I told him her story. That she was told when I went back to UVM, get more loans. They told me, get more loans, get more loans. That was the only choice that we had. In conclusion of this conversation, President Sullivan said, and I'm quoting him, we could have done better with you and your daughter. There are many students that go to UVM and other colleges who have to drop out. I can count them on 2 hands because they're in school and then financial situations arise where they have to drop out. That's a further tragedy of the high cost of finances. Today we are paying back a Perkins loan. I am paying her Perkins loan separately. I am paying interest on 2 VSAC loans, and then last night discussed this $32,000 loan with the Department of Education for her. The promise of higher ed, nationally and in this state, has devolved. It has devolved not only into just a broken promise, but into Disneyland of the magical kingdom for many. That is a shame in this country. That is a shame in this state. I come from a family of educators where education was the great equalizer, where anybody who had brains and talent and desire and will, who wanted an education, should be able to get it. And I continue to hold that you can make education the great equalizer, which was the promise that it was intended to be. Finally, I have a choice. I am single, and I have not put into retirement for years because many of us in the baby boom generation have decided to give it to our kids instead of put into retirement. This isn't discussed very much in this common age, in this age. But it is a critical choice that we've made as parents because we love our kids and want them to have the best opportunities. But at some point, I need to look at my retirement as well. And we shouldn't have to even make choices between moms and dads and their kids' security. Thank you very much.